Hey everyone, Elvin Cintron here, and something happened, I think a few weeks ago, I believe a few weeks ago now. Someone who passed away that I didn't know personally, and I got curious on watching his videos and all of that, just to see who this person was, that many people or many friends, close friends, were crying and making videos on YouTube and crying over this person, this friend. As soon as I heard the name of this person, a great man, a good man, Christian parents, and just a man who lived life to the fullest. I was curious that day, and I woke up with the sad news of his passing, and I just decided to just go through his channel, subscribe to his channel, and go through his videos, to see who this man was and what he was really about, and so I did that. It just so happens that he was making a video one day, and he was making a video in the area that I'm very familiar with, in the area that I live in. I'm like, this is interesting. Didn't know he lived here. And so as I kept listening, just paying close attention to what he was saying on his videos, and the interesting life that he's had, and there's so many goals he's still in his bucket list, and all that stuff that he was talking about. He visited some areas here in St. Cloud that very familiar, and other areas that I've never visited. I've never gone. I didn't even know they existed in St. Cloud, Florida. And so that was something very, I don't know. I can't even explain how it feels, because as me knowing who I am, how I feel about things, and not knowing someone, not meeting this person that I was looking at on the YouTube channel. I just so happened to love the St. Cloud area. I just got more curious, and I got to see more of his videos and what he accomplished, and the places he went to, and like I said, bucket list that he had. One of those videos that I really like was that when he went to, I believe, in Malta. He visited the place where the set of the Popeye with Robin Williams, a movie that I loved. To this day, I love it. I mean, it's just, and so. But yeah, just looking through his videos, I just found out he really loves St. Cloud, where the area where I live. He made a video going through this St. Cloud downtown, where I've been so many times. I've driven by and I've been there. I've eaten in restaurants there, and beautiful place, by the way. A lot of treasures in that downtown with different family businesses and stuff. But to get back to what I was saying, this man loved St. Cloud. He really thought St. Cloud was just a beautiful place, and in some ways he would see it as paradise, I guess. I don't know. So right now I'm curious. I was curious that just last night I saw a video, what they showed exactly where he's at, where he's actually where he's buried. It just so happens that that cemetery is 3 minutes from my house, and I've been by that cemetery millions of times. And last night I saw that video where he's at. I'm like, wow, he's actually he's actually in that cemetery. Wow, this the one cemetery that's the only cemetery that I know in that area on that street. So I'm gonna go there and visit and just see where he's at. And but what I can say is that he made a mark. He left a mark, and it's I just wish. Sometimes I think about it. I wish I would have known him personally. I wish I would have met him personally. And he felt so weird, so strange, very strange. I never felt this before. Somebody passing, somebody just, passing away, and it felt like a friend, like a really good friend had passed away. But the weird thing and the odd thing is that I didn't know this man. But the reason why I felt this way also was because I live in St. Cloud. I live in the area that he loved, and even though he lived in Celebration. That was his house over there, but he loved St. Cloud, and he spoke about St. Cloud and great things about St. Cloud and experiences in St. Cloud, the apartment he lived in, So it's like I said, it's very strange that I felt this, and this is like I was telling myself, I don't know this person, I don't know this guy. Why am I feeling like this? And like I feel like an obligation, like a sense of the obligation, just to go to where he's at and just say a couple of words. And weird enough, just to get, even though he's in heaven, but just get to meet him in some way, in a weird way, you can say. Like if he was standing right there when he's actually, like if he was waiting for me, and I'm just gonna have a few words with him, and then I'll say goodbye. Knowing that he's so close to me in the cemetery where he's at, I am gonna say a few words, and hopefully I find it. I don't know where it's at exactly, but I'll find it, and I'll share a little bit more with you about that experience and what I said, and probably make a little video, and I'll add it to this and share with you guys. And but it's kind of weird when somebody just is no longer with you. But the thing is that I heard so many of his friends and videos, influencers, and so many people, even including celebrities who knew him, the way he used, they talked about how he was the same guy on camera and off camera, and that is such a great thing you hardly meet many people like that. So most people, like on camera, they're one thing, off camera, they're another. It's like two different personalities, most of them. And something I learned from him is like to stay true to myself and just be myself. I'm on my way to the cemetery, to where they laid him to rest, and say a couple of words, and to see how that goes. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'll probably make a video just saying a couple of words. Hopefully I find myself there by myself, just with them there, and we'll see. So I'm gonna be turning one of the streets here, on the street I used to live in, a house I used to have before. And let's see how it goes. I'm on my way there, and here we go. David Adam Williams, born 8/10/1974, passed away way too early, 12/22/2025. Your adventure ends in paradise. You're in paradise, my friend, and it's an honor to actually visit you here, even though I didn't get to meet you. May you rest in peace, where you are now is way more exciting than the world you were living in. So God bless you. God bless your family. And thank you for everything you did. I never thought I was going to be here visiting here in the place where they lay people to rest. But it's an honor to at least be here and to know that you're here close to where I live. And thank you very much for so many adventures. I will continue to be watching your videos and to get to know you even better. Thank you, Adam. So I said what I needed to say to Adam the Woo. I just felt like I needed to do this, even though I didn't know him personally. Many might think this is weird, but it doesn't really matter. I love the fact that he loved St. Cloud, which I love St. Cloud as well. And the fact that he's so close to where I am, and just makes it even more interesting. But I don't even know if I want to use the word interesting. Just, it feels like I lost somebody very close to me, even though I didn't get to meet him personally, if that makes any sense. But he was an inspiration to many, and even though I didn't get to meet him, sadly enough, that's happened to me a couple of times in my lifetime. People that I really like and look up to, and people that have inspired me have passed away too early, and I've not gotten to meet them. And that's happened to me. This is the second time that's happened to me, and it's not a really good feeling. It's not. I wish I would have known him when he was alive. But I'll most likely get to meet a few of his friends, close friends, and I'll ask questions. They would know more, and so it was actually really good for me to go there and visit his gravesite and say some words, even though I know he's not there, but I know his body is there, but I know his spirit is in heaven, and so yeah, it was something I had to do. I've never done this. I don't go to cemeteries, I don't visit anybody, but this is my first time doing something like this, which is, most could say is strange for a guy that never met him, a guy like myself who never met Adam. But I'm sure that if we would have met, we would have gotten along, So, well, with that being said, I'm almost arriving home, so make this a good day, and let's keep marching forward, because there are many great things ahead of us, but we have to live day by day and make each day a great day, because this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Until the next one.